What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be showing off another deck that's coming in Power of the Elements, or rather, a deck that just happened to get more support and hasn't really been talked much about by the community. As someone who was looking forward to this archetype when it was first released, cards like this are always nice to see. But you'll see that doesn't come without its problems. But before I begin, if you happen to enjoy content like this, clicking on those thumbs up and subscribe buttons would be greatly appreciated, as it goes a long way in supporting the channel and shows me that you like content like this. So to start, the first combo will just need Diviner along with Slayer. The other three cards will be useless, as you'll see that we're going to send the Herald of the Arclight, get the Vendread evolution, and from there we can use the Vendread evolution in order to send Vendread. One of the new cards from Power of the Elements, it reads, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Vendread spell trap from your deck to your hand. If a monster's on the field distributed while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other zombie monster from your graveyard, that's a cost, and special summon this card, and if you do, you cannot special summon monsters except Vendread monsters while this card is face up in the monster zone, and you can only use each of the effects of Vendread once per turn. So to continue, I'm going to then use the Vendread to add me the new ritual spell, Ravenous Vendread. And Ravenous Vendread reads, if this card is used to ritual any Vendread ritual monster, special summon one Vendread monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard in face down defense position. Except Vendread Scavenger, then ritual summon one Vendread monster from your hand or graveyard by tributing monsters from your field, including the summoned monster whose levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon. You can only activate one Ravenous Vendread per turn. So from here, we're going to synchro them away into Ultimaya Zulkin, as both were level 6, and then you can see that we're going to get the send of the Battle Lord off of Vendread Slayer along with the add of the Origin, and from here we can set the Origin, special summon Crystal Wing on the 4th summon, and from here we can use the Vendread Origin to ritual summon the Battle Lord. From here you can use its effect if you want, but I'm going to use the Vendread's effect, which is then going to let me go into a Vendread Slayer, and from here I can use the Vendread or the Battle Lord in order to add a Vendread Executioner. And from here I'm going to send the Hound, and I can then use the Hound, discarding the Executioner, special summoning itself, and from then on I can use the Ravenous Vendread and special summon the Revenants in face down defense position before ritual summoning the Battle Lord, which gains the effects of Hound and Revenants, and you also get some added resources back with the Vendread Slayer effect to get back an Origin, and then you can use the Origin again if you want, and special summon back the Executioner or the Executor in order to protect your board from targeting. On to the second combo. This is going to be one combo with Hulk, and I'm going to show two variations of it because they can vary from game 1 and further on. So I'm going to start by normal summoning the Unizombie, and then the Unizombie can send a monster from the deck to the graveyard, which will send the new Scavenger, which is the last card from Power of the Elements that we'll be getting, and it reads, you can ritual summon this card with any Vendread ritual spell. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute one zombie monster. This card gains attack equal to the tributed monster's original attack until the end of this turn, and if you control Vendread Slayer and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Vendread Scavenger once per turn. So keep that in mind because that will come up later. And we're going to use the Ravenous Vendread now, special summoning the Scar from deck and then tributing it for the Slayer, in which then we can use the Scar's effect, which will get us the Revendread evolution. And we can use the evolution now in order to send the Executor and special summon back the Scavenger. From here on out, we'll go to Hulk and do kind of regular combos, which we can chain block the Hulk, which is kind of cute with the Revendread Slayer's effect, and we can also special summon the Diviner while sending the Striges, which all is important. As you'll see, we're going to use the Striges effect, revealing the origin, and it special summons itself, and now we can ritual summon back the Revendread Slayer. And from here we're going to go into Dagda with the Scavenger and the Herald, and it's important to put those both in the graveyard first, as you can now special summon back the Scavenger from the graveyard because you have Slayer on field, and then you can use the Scavenger's effect, which allows you to tribute the Striges, and you can chain the Dagda to get the Scythe now. Now from here, you're going to link away the Dagda and the Revendread Slayer, and then you can use the Sprite Elf effect in order to revive the Diviner of the Herald, which can use its effect in order to send Herald of the Arclight to the graveyard, and then add the Revendread Origin, which now you can use the Origin to ritual summon back out the Slayer, and now you have 2 level 6s which can go into your Zulkin like the last combo. You can set the card here and get your Crystal Wing, which gives you the Scythe lock under protection, even though, of course, it happens late in the combo that you get your protection, so that is one thing that this deck is weak to, but still a cool combo that you can do with these new cards. Now I'm going to take you to the second iteration of the same combo, and this one is more for Game 2 and Game 3, depending on what you're playing versus. And you'll see that it's going to basically be the same, as we're going to get the Slayer off the Scar, and the Scar is going to get its effect, getting the evolution, and the evolution can then special summon or ritual summon the Scavenger by sending the Executor. Now you go into your Hulk special summons the Herald, while your Slayer gets you the Origin and the Sturges in graveyard. The Sturges then special summons itself by revealing the Origin, much like the last combo, and from here you use the Origin to get back the Slayer, and now you link away the Scavenger with the Herald to get your Dagda. You get the Scavenger back in order to tribute it, and chain the Dagda to get the Scythe on field. And from here, like last combo, you're going to go into your Sprite Elf, and now you can use the Sprite Elf reviving the Herald of Diviner, or Diviner of the Herald, and then you can use the Diviner of the Herald in order to send the Herald of the Arclight, and search the Origin. You can here go into Beatrice, which will send your Necro World Banshee and get you access to your Zombie World in order to give you the Scythe Lock, Baron, the Zombie World Floodgate, and the Sprite Elf being able to Diviner after you use your Beatrice on your opponent's turn. Now, this final combo is going to show that not all is pretty necessarily with the deck. I wanted to show this hand in specific because it's what it does with its own card, and it shows one of the problems the deck still has. So we're going to start this combo by using the Vendread Knights, which can discard the Sturges. You can also do this with Hound, because you can discard the ritual that you search with Hound and pretty much get the same results. But you'll see that I'm going to get the Sturges effect, special summon that back, then you can ritual summon the Slayer by sending the Scar, and then the Scar will get its effect. Then from here you can link away into a Vendread Slayer, which will get you the Revendread Slayer effect in graveyard, and sending the Anima in order to get yourself an extender. From here, we'll banish the Scar in order to ritual summon the Slayer, and then we're going to use the Anima, which will lock us into zombies, and special summon back the Scar. From here, we special summon the Vampire Sucker, and then we use the Ravenous Vendread in order to get back the Slayer. So as you see, we do have 2 cards in hand still, but there's not many strong zombie monsters that you can end on as far as Link monsters go. And none of the Vendread ritual monsters are too great at ending on turn 1. So the deck can feel somewhat reliant on seeing Unizombie or Diviner. With that being said, going second, you can still steal games with boards just like this. Assuming you aren't playing something like Sprite that can make Toad with another negation recur the Toad and have 3 hand traps followed up. But that's not to say that I don't think that the support isn't headed in the right direction, because I definitely do think that this is good support. Now onto the deck profile, and the first thing that you'll probably see here is no hand traps. And that definitely is a downside that the deck has. There's just so much space that you have to play in order to get your plays going and stuff. And not all the one of Vendread monsters that you play do have purpose in this deck, along with the space that you need for ritual monsters. You'll also notice that there's no pre-preparations of Right, and that's because I don't think that you need it anymore with 3 Evolution, 3 Ravenous being able to send materials from the deck. Adding the ritual monster is nice, but you do have the 3 Vendread Knights and the 3 Diviners. So to start with the deck profile, you'll see the 1 Executor, the 1 Scavenger, the 1 Battle Lord, the 2 Slayer, the 1 Revenants, the 1 Hound Horde, the 1 Sturges, the 1 Anima, the 1 Core, the 1 Scar, the 3 Unizombie, the 3 Diviner, the 1 Scythe, the 2 Origin, the 3 Ravenous, the Foolish, the 3 Evolutions, the 3 Dark Ruler No Mores, the 3 Vendread Charge, the 1 Called by the Grave, the 3 Vendread Knights, and the 3 Talents to round out the main deck. Onto the extra deck, there's the 1 Access Code, the Nightmare Unicorn, Hulk, Dagda, Sprite Elf, a Vendread Slayer, which could be 2 of them if you want to take out the Vampire Sucker. Then there's the Dark, the Beatrice, the Entis, the Herald of the Arclight, Wonder Magician, Ultimaya Zulkin, the Crystal Wing, and the Baron to round out the extra deck. And onto the side deck, there's the Evil Twin Trouble Sunny for the 3 Artemis Slay, the 1 Banshee with the 2 Zombie Worlds, the Duster with the 3 Twin Twisters, then the 3 Rivalry of the Warlords I thought was a nice touch with the Zombie Worlds, along with the fact that it does hit a lot of other decks pretty hard, and then you have the 1 Reboot. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you want some final thoughts on the deck, I do think that the reliance on these will ultimately hurt its chances of seeing play, but with that being said, I do think that it's something that you can play for fun to steal games with, because I do think that some of the combos are really legit, and going second, there's different things that you can do, like adding lightning storms and stuff, to make your going second more explosive, and just kind of take like the way of Heroes, in which it's just more of a OTK deck than something too threatening going first, but you do still have the chance of the Scythe Lock. The additions of Zombie World and Rivalry are also nice, especially since you have a combo that can tutor out your Zombie World. But that's it for today's video, and if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Any comments on where the combos could improve are good for the video too, as it would kind of be cool to build a comment section on videos like this that can build upon what I show in order to further improve the deck. But anyways, it's Bones, signing out.